I think that Arcblock is a sleeping giant. And why is that? It's because its native token called ABT going to the price of $100 during this bull run, hypothetically speaking, even though that's not financial advice, wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, because I think Arcblock is that amazing. Now, some people may be wondering, right? Okay, Arcblock's not exciting. It's not interesting. It's not fun. It's not that enticing. And I agree with that. Now, some people may be wondering, okay, wow, you're bullish on Arcblock. Why would you say that? Now, the reason why is because I get it. Arcblock, it's kind of plain. It's like eating, eggs, right? With just salt and pepper. Very plain, but I think there's beauty and simplicity because I think this is actually a serious project. And again, it's not fun or exciting because it's not a meme coin. And I like that because even though I do love some meme coins, I do love these type of projects too. And I believe that something like ABT should be one of my foundational pieces in my portfolio. Because if you think about it, what is Arcblock trying to do? It's trying to simplify a process that allegedly some people have reported to become, or should I say, is very complicated. Like, for instance, the process of decentralized application and blockchain development. This, again, has been reportedly, or allegedly, I should say, something that's very complicated, right, in some cases. So what does Arcblock do? They understand that, hey, this is an issue. How can we solve this? By simplifying that process. That's how amazing they are. Because you got to think about this. As many blockchains as there are as of right now, as many decentralized applications, some people may think, oh, there's never going to be any more, but here's the thing. There's going to be more, in my opinion, in the future. It's only natural as blockchain adoption increases, as the crypto space overall grows, as there's more crypto owners. I think this is just natural, right? Some people who think, oh, there's never going to be any more. Here's the example that I would use. It's like, for instance, New York City. It always feels like there's another building popping up somewhere. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're like, oh man, where's the space? And then, wow, you go there again. It's like, wow, there's another skyscraper, So it's kind of like that. Some people think that, oh, wow, there's never going to be more, like, decentralized applications, more blockchains. Much like in New York, sometimes they think, hey, there's going to be no more skyscrapers. But you take a look at it, they're just building like apartment buildings, So when I take a look at it, I think this right here is very fantastic. And I like this when it comes to Arcblock. Now, not to mention as well, Arcblock, they're even focused on AI in a sense. And yeah, you heard that right. Now, why is that? Because you take a look at it, they have an AI kit. For instance, it quite essentially enables any application to have AI capabilities. Again, Arcblock's AI kit. So I really like that. Not to mention as well, you take a look at their focus on decentralized identity as well, which is a market that is expected to be worth over $100 billion, by the way, by 2030, according to Grandview Research. So that's insane. And just to harp back, on the AI aspect, the AI market, yet again, according to Grandview Research, is predicted to be worth nearly $2 trillion by 2030. So yeah, that's crazy. Now, with all this being said, though, some people may think that Arcblock is not that interesting, but for the people who may want to know more about Arcblock, I'll say this. If you want to take a look at a little bit in depth when it comes to Arcblock, it should be noted that, the core of Arcblock is reusable and composable software components called blocklets. And any application on Arcblock is either a blocklet or made up of a blocklet. So yeah, that's just a little bit of the specifics in a sense. Some people may find it boring, but it is what it is. I think Arcblock is very revolutionary. Now, some people may think that, okay, when it comes to ABT, right, its native token going to the price of $100, they may think that this isn't the best hypothetical upside. But here's the thing. Going to that price, that's around a 73x from here. So is it like, a very bad upside in my opinion? No, I don't think so. Now, it's not the best. I get it because it's on a microcap, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it needs that. Like, for instance, right? Sure, if I went all in on a microcap, it could maybe do a 1000x. I don't know, maybe it could, but there's a high chance that it won't. But then let's say go with like a dinosaur. Let's say go with like a BNB, Solana, like Ethereum or like a Bitcoin. They're more safe, quote unquote. I mean, of course, there's nothing safe. I would say in this sense, like, of course, there's always going to be risk, but still, that's a little bit like too safe for me, But then when it comes to ABT, it's not too massive, but it's not too small either. So it's this good medium in between. And I really like that. Again, it's not going to be the best performing thing out there, in my opinion. There's going to be many microcaps that defeat it. I understand that, but it doesn't really matter because, anything over 10x for me seems very amazing. So this doesn't seem that bad. At least that's the way I take a look at it. And it's not like going to that price is really that crazy either. Considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $10 billion. So it's not too bad. We've seen like, Shiba Inu reach around 40 billion, Doge reach over 80 billion, BNB reach over 100 billion. So I don't think it's too bad at the end of the day. And again, I don't think it's too crazy. Now, not to mention as well, right? Applications on Arcblock can support almost any mainstream blockchain service, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and many others. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So when I take a look at Arcblock, either way I view it, I think it's very amazing. Now, again, I don't think it's going to be the best project of all time, but it doesn't really matter because, if something could hypothetically do over 70x, I think that's good enough for me. And you take a look at the trajectory for Bitcoin, it's going to be so amazing, in my opinion, hypothetically. I mean, let's say it goes to the price of $150,000, $200,000. Could you imagine the altcoin season? It could look so legendary, but it's just a matter of time, in my opinion, which is why I'm staying patient, I'm staying consistent, and I'm not giving up when it comes to ABT. Anytime an income, I'm acquiring, I'm holding, I'm just waiting. That's it. I get it. ABT hasn't really popped off in that sense. Like, it's not the most hype thing out there as of right now, but I think better days are ahead because let's say around 6 months to 10 months from right now, I think things could be very different. It's just a waiting game at this point, and I'm staying patient because when you have over 500 million crypto owners as of right now, and that is according to Crypto.com research, by the way, that's more than ever before in history. Is this boring going to be bad? I don't think so. I think there's better days ahead. And not to mention as well, some people like to ask me, why don't I day trade or use leverage or swing trade? That's just not my vibe, man. I don't want to pull up a price chart, draw some random triangle or something like that, or some random underwear. That's just not my vibe. So yeah, again, I like to keep it simple, acquire, hold, and I just wait. And here's the thing. For the people out there that think that ABT can't make a massive resurgence, this is my response. If something caca like Luna Classic can, pump and find a bottom, if something like Litecoin can pump in 2021, if something like Klima DAO can find a bottom, are these people saying that ABT can at least do okay? Again, I'm not going to say it's going to do the best, but then at least do okay? I just don't see why not, right? Luna Classic has no future, let's face it. Like, come on. Litecoin, I think, again, hypothetically, it's pretty much caca. So if they could do well, I would say, right? ABT can't do okay, And again, a market cap of around $10 billion, is that too ridiculous? No, I mean, come on. We've seen meme coins far exceed this, even random caca projects. So I don't view it as, something too outlandish. At least that's the way I view it again. Now, some people may think that, oh yeah, things are kind of boring, but I think it's just part of the game, really. I mean, it is what it is because I'm not a day trader. So again, instead of just being bored and doing nothing, I'd rather just dollar cost average and just believe in Arcblock for the long term because even though the hype isn't really the most, flashy out there, or should I say isn't the best as of right now, I think better days are ahead. And during a fully fledged bull run, sometimes people just don't care. So when people may argue that, hey, Arcblock isn't going to have, the best adoption in the next 6 months to a year, sometimes during a fully fledged bull run, again, people just don't care. And I think that ABT could very well surprise a lot of people, especially when I consider its exposure listed in some pretty big exchanges. The community is fantastic. It's a relatively proven project. I think hypothetically, again, it could do well during this bull run. And let's say reach the price of $100, that right there wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think this bull run could be that amazing. And I think that Arcblock is that fantastic. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's Molly the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.